Question 2 has some equations that require a little more work in order to solve them. What I would suggest on these problems is to simplify both sides, and then once simplified, move all of the terms that have an x in them to one side, and all of the terms without an x to the other side. So in this case, 4x minus 1 equals x plus 8 is as simplified as it can be without trying to solve it. So now I'm going to get my x's on the left. So that means the x I have here, I need to subtract x from both sides. 4x minus x, if you have 4 of something and you take 1 away, that would be 3 of those things. So 4x minus x is 3x. Bring down the minus 1. Here the x is canceled, bring down the 8. Now we're looking at an equation much like we had in question 1. We can add 1 to both sides so that those cancel. 3x equals 9, and then finally divide by both sides by 3, and that tells us that x equals 3. In part B, we need to distribute before we solve anything, because here you have 2 in front of the parentheses. So when we distribute, we multiply both terms inside the parentheses by what's on the outside. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. And then the right side is fine. Now we want to move the x's to one side and the numbers to the other side. So I'm just going to keep with moving the x's to the left. If you wanted, you can move them to the right. There's nothing wrong with that. But just collect your x's and collect your numbers. So if I subtract both sides by 4x, that's going to give me 2x minus 4x. I'll be in the negatives, and that's okay. 2 minus 4 is negative 2. Bring down the 2, the 4x canceled, bring down the negative 13. Now we will add 2, and that's going to give me negative 2x equals negative 11, and I did not give myself enough room. Let me just move this down a little bit. Finally, when we have negative 2x equals negative 11, divide both sides by negative 2. And in this case, negative 11 divided by negative 2 will make a positive, and you can have that as 5.5 or 11 halves. Either one is an appropriate answer. In part C, we need to simplify this sum. Let's distribute. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x. Negative 3 times negative 5 is positive 15. So that's going to give us negative 3x plus 15. We need to distribute on the right as well. 2 times 2x is 4x. 2 times 1 is 2. And then we still have the negative 8. Don't forget to bring that down. Now we can simplify just a little bit more, because on the right we have plus 2 minus 8. And I can go ahead and do that on the same side. When you're on the same side of the equation, you simply do the operation written there. 2 minus 8 is negative 6. Now to solve, I'm going to subtract 4x on both sides, leaving me with negative 7x. Bring down the 15 and bring down the negative 6. And again, I didn't give myself enough room. I'm going to subtract 15 on both sides. So negative 7x, and then here, negative 6 minus 15 is negative 21. They're both negatives, so it's like adding. 6 plus 15 is 21. Since they were both negative, it's negative 21. And then finally, divide by negative 7, so x equals positive 3, since negative 21 divided by negative 7 is 3.